It's day 1633 of Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. They're doing your day Simon Shin Samachtes, Siv Yud Aleph, to Sin Simon Shin Ayin Aleph, Siv Gimel. Now, Zeshko Kosab Begolo, Haven Shnosel Kem Latzion, that which we said that Kohen, that the Golel is defined as the stone which you put on the grave as a marker. The ancient Matzeva Shlono, we already said, this is not our Matzevos. Which you put next to the kever. How you know they put the stone on the kever itself, as is done in Eretz Yisrael, of course. Ayin Sham. This is the tumos for which a coin is not allowed to become a tame. So the previous sifet speaking about golel, and Arukh says the golel is not necessarily our golel. And then about Avram min achai, that has enough flesh that it could be malaruka, it could heal itself if it was partially severed from the body. The low came plus around, but it's not around boxes begin with the mace. I feel there's not enough that would be able to heal itself. But the truth is not argue. It's my time oil. The truth are things are time boil. Also, share book de last low so going be time oil. Not direct contact. It's got enough that could heal. From Aisham to Masmaga, I said in terms of to Masmaga, and it does not require touching it, and that does not require that it be sufficient in order that it heal itself. It's obviously every nachai is only in the time once it's severed from the body. Now when it's still connected, after because even the most minute connection. Language is a limb which separated from the live person. Piece of coin is not for it was connected. Means we're connected to be able to heal itself. It's obvious in the coin when there has a limb amputated from him. Also, ligabo, he's not allowed to carry that limb. Lisoso and touch that limb, ligoso and carry it. And be even within 1/10. The Yeshua Belster Kroy has sufficient flesh on it. Mali Aver Shlo doesn't make him. It's his Aver or Shalchem is another person's Aver. Should really be Aver Shalchem or Shalom. There also that we draw by a tree and a fence. You have a tree with two tumas under the branches, or a fence which has protrusions coming out from the walls, which could cause an oil. Lamana, we learned if he knows. But this you learn that if he knows, it's known to Taras Ezon of Yeshaduma, on which branch the tumor is, or Taras Ez Evan, or which underneath which protruding stone the tumor is. Mutla Amod, Bligav Shayov is allowed to stand under and touch the other branches. Vavanim and the stone, when they're separate from each other. Zesh cause also coin Tamas Eretz Amim, then said a coin is not allowed to the time by going to Chutz starts. Tamas coin Shu Beretz Yisrael, there's not a Kadmo, it's a Muzak's Tara. Interesting, he says it's so in ancient times, and so it was assumed to be tar. Also, the coin, let's say, so at a time, they should come and say, you're not allowed to go to Chutzvahs where they bury dead people randomly. But Zana said, well, Shach Din Zed. Since it says that the Zana Zed, it's not Shach, it's Halacha. And only because he held in Eretz Yisrael, but Zman Hazeh, we don't have that Cheskas Tara. I think that that's interesting leniency. He says in brackets of Shus Yaakov, Sim Pehei, Oser Gam Zman Hazeh, Kohen says, so Chutzvahs, Shus Yaakov holds it does apply with Zman Hazeh. I've seen some Chazal. It's not. It was a regardless of whether you know where the Mason are, regardless and not leave it. So regardless whether you know the Mason are there either. But it's Arukh HaShulchan. It's the Arukh HaShulchan. Girbez kama nefo matay v'maga. A miscarriage also is matame if you touch it, if you carry it, or if it's an OL. I feel like that learn is kashu even if its limbs are not completed. Begin up with its sinews. Now, Reish solos. And the time Bechule Bo Mace Gazais and Mace. Bishop said a Mace Abishem Gazais, a Mace, even though it doesn't have Gazais, go Nefel, such as a miscarriage, Luna fluid, and this Kash Evar Begidim, Kidav, whose limbs have not been completed with sinews. I Sham Dachi Sibagar, as the Gemara says that in the Daf Mentes. A woman who miscarried, after 40 days into pregnancy, also Kohen Lios, but also should not fall sham. Kohen not be in that house where the miscarriage is. The Kohen Rabbi before the 40 days have a mind bound with just water. But afterwards have a starving nevel. It's a question whether it's considered to be an actual miscarriage, which would be a viable miscarriage. Kosh came in nevel gomer. It's only if it was a miscarriage at the time the child would have already been viable. Even to his own wife of a Kohen had this miscarriage, this abortion, he's not allowed to be there. The time of the Krov Shein of Folim. It's a tough halacha in terms of mental health, but the Kohanim have this problem. The time of the Krov Shein of Folim, a Kohen cannot become tummy for his relatives when they are miscarriages. And it's out of the Folim. There's no Abelos on the Folim. Too much Kohen told about Abelos, and to his Kohen is contingent on the laws of Abelos. Mizar Simon Shinai Daud Ayin Sham. Because the Shemeis the Kohen Ben Obas or Acha Chos, a very difficult halacha. When a Kohen has a son or a daughter or a brother or sister dies, Shein Pachas Mishloshim Yom, when less than a day start a Kohen, let's say Spin Abayis. Kohen's got to leave the house. It says explicitly that Kohen is not Matame for a Nefel, he's Barasin Shina and Gimel. Yudgimel, Kasar Ben Ramah, the Ramah might teach me the Kohanim, Masun Litami, Cherab Shanit Mo Bemes. People say that Kohen is not allowed to touch a sword, which came to a mace. We discussed this earlier. Yeshukil knows the lenient, but Kainogulak, custom is lenient. He's lenient, and people are not meticulous about this. Ad Kalshon. The Osim Sobrim, those who forbid this hold that a Nazir Megalech, that a Nazir who came kind of with the Cherab, which was obviously used to kill, would have to break his naziros and shave on this. A Kohen Musar Love, and the Kohen is therefore forewarned against this. Matame after oil, and the Cher would be Matame even in oil. Hamakilan, Kim with Trey Tam, those lenient for two reasons. Echad, one, the Seth Berkam those before the Einan Nazir Galachase. The Sefta says that a Nazir does not shave on the basis of having come into contact with the Cher. Male Dan Kohen Musar, so therefore, as a matter of course, the Kohen is not for sworn forbidden in this. Sorry. Second reason they should learn him name Mason. Well time Mason ain't been learned by military. We don't have what to retire us. Can't learn Eva Para because they don't have the ashes of Paraduma. The way to say learn a tuma, so it doesn't add to us any tuma to come to contact together with the cherek. What's going to see base? But that would help not to get malchus. But still, there'd be an isser, as we've seen already before. That going to add to his tuma is going to still be an issue. Ikra heter Rishon. The main heter is the first heter that they have the Tosefta says in those is not megalech on this. Shin Ayin. Yesh Choshev Kemeis Bodochaim. There's those who consider dead when they're still alive, Matame, and they are Matame. It didn't go to send the dinner, but a person who's dying. Al Mishan Ishmael, part of fact, somebody whose spine has been broken. Varoba Soimo with most of the flesh. Bezakin, an elderly person, I feel below Basim, it's not with most of the flesh. Chemishan in Nikrag Migabadag, somebody who's been ripped open from his back like a fish. I feel like even still alive, Chashkames is considered dead. Matame is Matame. I'm thinking about it to zip them from the front. Ain't a Matame, but Ochai is not Matame, was still alive. Even though it's not a gistra, if it's made into a gistra, Shnachach L'Rochbo, means it's cut to its width. Me'at Ba'at Savar or Ba'ashedra. Either in the neck or in the spine, ad chalala to the body cavity. Oshnechel l'shtayim, or is split in two. Matame is matame after chai, even if he's alive. Avagos is somebody who's dying. Ben agos is dying in the hands of heaven. At the hands of you, another human being. Ben b'dei what hands in heaven. Umishin ishlo simanim, somebody who two of his simanim of the trach and esophagus have been slaughtered, kind of a veshet, or patsua patsuim harbe, or somebody who's been wounded many wounds. Any time the slim time may actually take nafsham till their soul expires. Yes, you stop it. We can raise the question. Shila b'tzabar if he was been hung by the neck, but then a guy is still alive. You nechshav kames is dead, but near lo nechshav kames. See, he's not considered like that. Sharei imya tirua because if they release him, efshal lashiv l'tchia. I don't know if it's always possible, but very under many circumstances, you can bring him back to his to restore him to life. The base. Kasar Ben Ra base Yosef. Base Yosef writes, come also accordingly Koresa Bais Shiesh Bo Goses. Nevertheless, the Kohen may not enter a house when somebody's dying. Rama says, those permitted with Tov Lachim, it's best in Macha and Kal Shona. The Eshpulta B'Seben Nazir, the Machlis Baz themselves Nazir. The Daf Mem Gimel. The Eshtoshim Lechalo. They darshan to defile him. The Nichas, the grace is somebody comes into a person who's dying, Abishan Matami at Shemos, even though it's not Matami until he dies, Kamakam Mechalak Nasa, nevertheless it desecrates the Kahuna. Yesh looking Gemara showing those are Gemara. They have road paskin is most paskin. It's awesome. Chayeskim Achronim and Achronim agree as well. V'chokra ben Ramah shekas Tov Lachim. They argue Ramah says it's best to be machmir. The Ikar Din Aser. They say that it's Aser. It's a primary prohibition. Because my name is not Kohen. Is that an art they need to be careful about this? Yotzim base a goyis and they go out of the house where somebody's dying. V'yasher kocham. They are praiseworthy that they sanctify the kuna. Again, a very difficult halacha. If the kohen is sleeping, you don't have to wake him from his sleep. Before the person dies. The kohen is a doctor. Is allowed to come into the person who's dying. For to see, perhaps he'll be able to extend him a cure. Because even the saving life pushes off all prohibitions. Yamos, the person, the patient dies. Yivrach Misham, the coin should flee from there. In the brackets, he says, "Ve'elu konim rofim porkei olchim shamshim amesim." It says interesting. I guess a lot of doctors, the kohen became doctors. Those kohanim who are not from, who service the dead. I made the coroners, okay, the pathologists. And we are required to call them based on the laws of the government, I guess, because they have to certify the death. The sin is not on us. Shin Einav, she is all according to Mas'ol, be careful to Mas'ol. Alec Friday's bar, we already explained that Mason Matami Bo and Mason Matami Bo. Has become meticulous about this. We have to explain a bit of the to Masol. Hosha Mace Bo, which mace is, I feel a header got the mode, even if it's a huge room. Kula tummy, the entire room is tummy. But there's a wall from the ground to the ceiling. Over the entire course of the room. But over the neck of Tefah, there's no hole. Well, the tefach, Yochol Kohen l'shem meir mechitza. Kohen can sit in one side of mechitza. The mechitza meir is a davar shu, and it doesn't matter mechitza meir. Me'etzim, whether it's wood or phonim or stone. Oh, mischus or glass. After mace near there, sham even the mace can be seen that through there. But shlo yem teyem medavar kabel tuma. So it's not made of something which is kabel tuma. Gon la so sadin. So it should make a sheet or shar began mechitza. Another garment as a mechitza, ain't a moil. Davar kabel tuma is something which can become tuma. Ain't no chitza tuma doesn't interrupt tuma. We did something to change the sheet, and you negated it to be a mechitza. It's no longer kabel tuma. Now mekalim, it says themselves kalim. Sudden shu tame measures a sheet which is tame because the tame stepped on it, lay on it, sat on it. But so vilan, he made it into a curtain. And tame measures, it's torn from measures. Avo tame mace, it's tame tumas mace. And they shamash mischamem kenegdo. Because the servant heats himself opposite this or together with this sheet. Come here, Beitza. Below the toilet, but if this without, I guess if Shamash doesn't use it, it's toilet gamre. Marshal super shini mice. As long as they made a shini mice, they change it because for a sham. But komine kalim or ochlim shosim mechitza is true about any type of tool or food which you make for mechitza. Mebatalu and the mechitza, you may get the mechitza or sabem shini mice and you make a change in them. Ain't makabel tuma. They don't not makabel tuma. Because in their tuma, they interrupt tuma. The brackets said brings a source for this. Base. The fees are going to ima mace becheder is that you're going to shape becheder acher. Mace is one room. The coin is in another room. Shakos the map saying name and there's a wall interrupts between the two of them. For lo yechal tefach, as long as there's no space of a tefach. Because does because so therefore there's a door in the wall. Left to cloud. They shouldn't open it at all. That does even if the door is hanging on metal hinges, Metal which is connected to the ground. Hare who is like the ground. Ve'eno makabel tuma, it's not makabel tuma and sham. Chaim barzal mishamash should say so to wood which services. Sorry, so to metal which services wood. It's talk much kazaram perik that's mekim so shono kol klei matchlis any metal vessel makabel tuma chutz besides for the door of chuli batzino and a pipe. They shall see in the karka because these are made for the ground on shamash or the servants wood and makabel tuma. They're not makabel tuma kan l'shono. 47 Mishnah came perik. Gilman express Mishnah came. The eighth mishamash is a matchlis tame, a piece of wood which serves metal is tame. Matchlis and mishamash eitz and vice versa. Metal which serves wood is tar. Piece of this tira delsha barzel torim. The hinges of the metal door are torim. Tre tame. I think it's the metal hinges of the door. Torim tre tame shem mechubar labais and mechul karkas to connect the ground, which is the house connected to the ground. And sham she said del she also services the door which is made out of wood. The great Achronim of the Jesus Shach and the Shach. This is what they say. Even if Tuma comes to the house, the intent of the Kohanim is to close the houses of the openings of their houses, and the windows. And not leave until the mace is taken out, and so don't have to leave the house. As long as the door is not open, the room is not open, the Tuma doesn't enter. On the contrary, he can't go out by opening the door into the room which the mace is there. Because you open it, the Tuma flows in. It says unless you go out through a different doorway. It's not on the same side as the room of the maces. It says then he doesn't have to go out. It says but he can go out if he wants. But he shouldn't go out through the doorway through which they're going to bring the mace. Because the svara of eventually Tumah is going to go out, as will be explained later on.